Hey kids, it's June 27th, Saturday. Another incredibly hot day. We packed so much into today. Swimming lessons, a visit to the library, piano lessons, then the beach. It was a beautiful day. But if I'm honest, by the end of it, your mother and I had completely emptied our tanks, physically, mentally, emotionally. And that made me think about something I've wanted to talk to you about for a long time. The difficult side of parenting. Not the dark side, just the real side. Maybe one day you'll have children of your own. Maybe you won't. That's entirely your choice. But if you do, there is something I want you to know. Having children is the greatest privilege of my life. I genuinely believe it's the most meaningful thing I'll ever do. But it is also one of the hardest things I've ever done. Love does not make parenting easy. In fact, love often asks the most from you when you have the least left to give. Sometimes love means getting up when you're completely exhausted. Sometimes it means reading one more story when all you want is 5 minutes of silence. Sometimes it means speaking gently when frustration is screaming inside your head. With 2 little children, even leaving the house can feel like a military operation. Someone needs food. Someone can't find their shoes. Someone suddenly needs the toilet. Someone cries because the other one looked at them the wrong way. One child wants your attention at exactly the same moment, the other one needs you even more. Meanwhile, life keeps happening. Work, bills, deadlines, laundry, phone calls, responsibilities. Sometimes you're already tired before the day has properly begun. But your children don't need the best version of you tomorrow. They need you today. That's where character begins. Not when you've had 8 hours of sleep, not when everything is peaceful, not when everybody behaves perfectly. Character appears when you're tired and you still choose patience. When you're frustrated and you lower your voice instead of raising it. When you're overwhelmed and you still choose kindness. That's when your values stop being ideas. They become choices. And I want to be honest with you. I don't always succeed. I've lost my patience. I've spoken more sharply than I wanted. I've become overwhelmed. I've had to apologize many times. Being a good father doesn't mean never failing. It means noticing when you've drifted away from the father you want to be, repairing the damage, and coming back. Again, and again, and again. Children don't need perfect parents. They need parents who keep growing. So where does the strength come from when you feel like you have none left? For me, it comes from meaning. I remind myself, these are my children. This season is temporary. But the way I behave during this season may stay with them for the rest of their lives. That thought gives me strength. Because there's a huge difference between suffering for no reason and struggling for something deeply meaningful. There's another place I draw strength from, perspective. When you're in the middle of sleepless nights and endless questions and constant noise, it feels like it will last forever. But it won't. One day, you won't ask me to carry you anymore. One day, you'll stop asking me to read another bedtime story. One day, you'll want to spend more time with your friends than with me. And strangely enough, I already know I'll miss the very things that sometimes exhaust me today. Thinking about that changes everything. It reminds me to enjoy this season while it lasts. And finally, love itself becomes a source of strength. Not the romantic kind of love, the disciplined kind. The love that says, I'm exhausted, but I'll still hold you. I'm frustrated, but I won't hurt you with my words. I need a break, but first I'll make sure you're safe. I'm angry, so I'll take one deep breath before I speak. That's the kind of love I admire, because love isn't just something we feel, it's something we practice every single day, especially on the difficult days. Sometimes the only thing you can do is the next right thing. Take one deep breath, lower your voice, pick up your child, say you're sorry, read one more story, give one more hug. That's enough. That's love. Parenting has taught me something I didn't fully understand before. Fatherhood isn't the absence of exhaustion. It's love continuing through exhaustion. So I hope that one day, when you think back to your childhood, you won't remember a perfect father, because I wasn't one. I hope you'll remember a father who kept trying, a father who failed, apologized, learned, and came back to the man he wanted to be. Because that's part of love too, trying, failing, repairing, growing, returning, every single day. And do not ever forget, I love you both very, very much.